Johann Gutenberg, inventor of the printing press. Some may say he is the most important person in history. I'm here to answer the question, was he as important in history as people make him seem? Before I answer this, you need to know more about this maybe not so important man. Gutenberg was born in 1395 in Mainz, Germany. He was a craftsman and inventor. He is best known for his invention of the printing press around 1440. He first started his career as a merchant. Then he was a blacksmith and finally a goldsmith. This newly created printing press could print 42 lines at a time. The first book printed by Gutenberg was the Gutenberg Bible. 180 copies were produced. This machine worked by using a screw press which allowed pressure to be placed on a flat plane. This original press, a frame was used to set groups of blocks together which had numbers or letters on them. The sentences produced by the blocks were in reverse order, however. The blocks were then inked and laid on a sheet of paper where the sentences were placed in the correct order. These were hand-operated and was a lot of labor. Now, printing presses are electronic, automated, and so much faster. Johann Gutenberg got inspired to make this machine because back at that time, people used to attach mirrors to their hat or even clothes to soak up healing powers when they visited holy places. Gutenberg noticed how incredible it was to create incredible large amounts of such a cheap product. In the 1300s to 1400s, some people had developed a basic way of printing. They used letters or numbers cut out on wood. The wood blocks would be dipped in ink and then stamped on paper. Gutenberg experimented with using blocks in machines because he thought it would be faster than stamping it by yourself. He used metal eventually. With this newly created machine, he printed the first book, the Gutenberg Bible. Most people would say Gutenberg is a very important person in history because he made a mass production of books so knowledge could be spread easily. For example, Martin Luther was able to produce his 95 Theses because of the printing press. This was the start of the Reformation and the Renaissance. People may also say that since books were handwritten in the past, the printing press made this so much easier and faster to do. Gutenberg also promoted literacy and was a faster way to teach people how to read or write. Another reason why people might think he is important is because his invention led to the Renaissance. The Renaissance was a period of enlightenment and a flare of creativity in art, writing, and thought. This resulted in a growth of city-states in northern Italy. Although these reasons are very true about Gutenberg being important in history, Gutenberg in fact was not as important as you think. First of all, the printing press was an important factor leading to the Renaissance age. Even though most people think the Renaissance age was a very remarkable time in history, it led to people focusing more on their own thoughts and ideas over the thoughts and ideas of others. This was a period of time where self-expression was valued. The mass production of individuals' thinking created an exaggeration of these thoughts and ideas. Since the printing press produced magazines and books, some of these publications promoted outer beauty even more because it was spread easily to homes and places easily accessed by society. Secondly, the mass production of some publications promoted self-centeredness, financial gain, and wealth. If one believes in the quote, "knowledge is power," more and more individuals gained knowledge and as a result saw themselves as powerful in various self-centered ways. Thirdly, Gutenberg was not that important because the ink he used caused pollution in the air and in turn caused people to have respiratory issues when breathed in. Finally, Gutenberg should have thought about if printing presses would have stayed popular in the future. Now, people rarely use printing presses anymore and use digital books instead. These are just a few reasons why Gutenberg is not as important as people make him seem. In conclusion, even though most people think that Gutenberg is very important in history, he is not as important as people make him seem. My reasons make this argument even stronger. The printing press led to the Renaissance age, which was a period where self-expression was valued and not a very good time in history. Also, the mass production of some publications promoted wealth and self-centeredness. The ink also caused respiratory problems in some individuals. Finally, the printing press is not very popular today, and Gutenberg should have thought about what would happen in the future. All of these reasons summarize why Gutenberg was not as important in history as people make him seem.